Hey Aries, this is Liv from Aries Cartomancy, and we are going to do your love cartoscope for December 2019. I am of course late doing this, kind of a recurrent theme of mine, but we are still on time for your December love cartoscope. So let's see. Relevant information, main themes, important messages for Aries love life regarding December 2019. And in case you're wondering, I felt a strong vibe to use angel themed decks for the love cartoscopes for December 2019, which may mean that we may have a lot going on, so brace yourselves. And of course, as I'm saying that, yeah, let me just see if we can oh Jesus. All right. Okay. So first let me just get the cards out, and then we are going to see if we have everything in frame. Okay. Okay. So these cards are a little bit bigger than those in other decks. Still love them. But they are not fitting as easily in my frame. So, yeah. But anyways, what you cannot see for yourself, you can trust me to relay to you, right? Yeah, so let me just move this baby out of the way. Okay, let's hope it won't fall off. So we can get this a little bit higher. Right. Okay, so Aries, clearly you are coming into December 2019 from a place of I'm tempted to say difficulty. Difficulty is what I'm feeling right now. There's a sense of being overextended, overexerted, overwhelmed. It may have been something going on in November for you. You may have felt emotionally burdened. Your relationship may have been burdened. If you are not yet involved in a relationship, I'm seeing you feeling emotionally drained, perhaps overcome with solitude for some of you. There's a strong theme here of feeling weighed down. For some of you, I'm seeing some devil influences here. I'm talking about the card, right? So the devil card. So we may be talking about something related to addictions, bad habits, overdoing it. There may have been some fights, there may have been some tensions which may have pushed you or led you towards some some addiction related behavior, some codependency behavior. There's a strong vibe here of coming into December from a point of hardship, in short. As a result, I'm seeing December being a month of you feeling somewhat stuck, somewhat limited, somewhat isolated as well. There may be something that you've been doing or something that your partner has been doing in previous months, something regarding some addictive sort of behavior or some lying, cheating sort of a thing. As a result, you are coming into December and I'm feeling a vibe of not communicating, ideas not going back and forth as they should be. There may be some communicational issues on either side of you and your partner or your spouse. If you are single and perhaps waiting or hoping to start a relationship, whether you are or you are not dating, I'm seeing you kind of finding it hard to come out of your shell. You're somewhat reclusive, you're somewhat not as outgoing, so kind of introverted. Even if, for instance, you are not the introvert sort of person by and large, I'm sensing a strong vibe of being closed in, of feeling sort of pulling all of your resources within yourself. There's a moment of kind of being on the defensive in a way. That's what I'm getting. Some of you, those of you who are involved in a committed relationship, since we have a King of Cups here as an overarching theme, are feeling burdened if you've been sort of working on, let's say, organizing your wedding or a commitment party, or simply having proposed, maybe, or having been proposed to and your family is interacting. There's a lot of commotion. There was a lot of commotion. If that's the case, both sides or all sides of the equation are sort of settling down, becoming more closed off, becoming less communicative, becoming less open to discussion. For some of you, these sort of attitudes are for you, I think, less agitating than the conflict sort of moment was, but at the same time they are weighing down on you. This vibe may be going on until you have the wedding, or if you've had the baby baptized or you're baptizing the baby, there may have been some sort of conflict regarding religion or baptizing your baby in in which religion. Families may have been of different religious persuasions. Whatever has been going on, it has been weighing down on you and your partner. There may have been conflicts going on between your families. There's a sort of a truce in a way, or a bit of a no combat zone, which is reached until your main event, if it's a wedding or a baptism or engagement party, whatever your next step is. Things are sort of not on the mend though, but there's silence, a cover of silence pretty much falling over the whole issue, at least until the main event happens. Those of you who have been looking for someone, I'm seeing particularly those who are looking for Mr. or Mrs. Right, your future husband, your future wife, your future committed partner. Um, don't be discouraged, don't be uh, overwhelmed. There has been a lot of stuff going on for you in previous months. You're kind of disappointed, or my guides are telling me disgusted, but I'm hoping that's not the case with whatever has been going on. You might have been going through really sour dating experiences, but you are now reaching a point of a pleasurable sort of process. The coughing is always there, right? So you are having fun on dates, you are meeting people that are actually showing you a good time on dates. You may be meeting someone who you are going to be very impressed with, very attracted to, someone who's going to make you feel very accomplished or successful in your dating sort of process. So pretty much I'm seeing sucky stuff kind of going into a silent zone, and good stuff starting to show for you. As of, I'm saying, I'm feeling end of December, middle to end of December, so around the holidays, or from December onwards, for sure I'm picking up a better vibe for your overall kind of love life theme. You are clearly seeking love. Some of you are going to find true love. Some of you are going to find true connection, real partnership, emotional closeness, emotional connection, emotional intimacy. Pre-existing relationships are going to sort of reach a new level of commitment, a new level of intimacy, a new level of closeness, of faithfulness. I'm hearing for some of you. You are seeking something. There's something kind of deep within you that's simply pushing you towards getting involved, getting committed, getting married, getting engaged, getting pregnant. There's a strong sense here of seeking all sorts of forms of commitment, whatever commitment means to you, particularly you and your better half. I am seeing it as a goal. I'm not saying that all of you are going to reach it right now, but I'm seeing a lot of I'm picking up on a very good vibe here after having gone through kind of a sucky vibe. Some of you are going through shifts of perception when it comes to committed relationships, when it comes to life as a couple, when it comes to family life. You may be trying to conceive another baby. I'm seeing a second or a third baby. One of you in your partnership, in your relationship, may have been sort of on the fence about it, but you're making progress. In December, you are going to experience some delays here, so some delays regarding that main event which you are celebrating or organizing. You may be afraid though of experiencing delays as well, which may actually trigger them, so be careful about what it is that you invest your thinking energy into. Emotionally, of course, I'm seeing again isolation. I'm seeing for some of you a fear of being left alone, a fear of breaking up, a fear of not finding someone that you can commit to to such a level as I'm seeing here, to such a high degree. For some of you, emotionally speaking, you may be feeling drained, so that's why that sense of being overwhelmed. I'm just getting this strong sense of love hungry. So some sort of an inner pressure to find that kind of a love. Some of you are sort of focusing on an ideal partner, and you are disappointed with everything that is less than ideal, pretty much. You are trying to attain that perfect wife, that perfect husband, that perfect commitment, that perfect christening, celebration, that perfect wedding, that perfect engagement party. There's a strong sense here of seeking perfection and feeling disappointed or discouraged when it is not reached as you were imagining it, which does not mean that the outcome in itself is a bad one. It's just that you have this sort of a fixed image in your mind of what perfection would look like, of what a good or perfect outcome would be for you in this situation. So at the same time, I'm seeing great potential for your outcome to come true as you desire it. Even if you are kind of high maintenance, I'm just gonna say it, high maintenance. Some of you are going to be kind of high maintenance. I'm seeing a lot of potential to actually make it to actually transform your vision into a perfect reality. Though for some of you, the lesson is you are chasing ideals, you are chasing visions of perfection, which by their nature are unreachable. So for some of you, there's a strong message in sort of reassessing your aims, your hopes, your desires, your dreams, sort of reconnecting to reality as opposed to chasing that dream, chasing that ideal, chasing that notion of a perfect outcome. Of course you are driven, of course you are goal oriented, of course it's a very Aries kind of thing to focus on something and fight until you get there. Sort of breaking down walls and breaking down barriers. You are tempted to sort of pick targets which are at least one step further from where you might actually get to in that time frame. So you tend to set high standards, high ideals, and push your way to them. Of course, the ultimate outcome is going to be a pretty satisfying result because you aim high. So even if you don't get as high as you are aiming, you are going to get a really good result either way, right? That's a bit of your thinking. And for some of you, it is going to be accurate. Actually, you are going to achieve a lot of what you are hoping for, though maybe not all of your sort of goal. I'm seeing some choices here as well for you, for some of you, potential partners, for those of you who are still dating or looking for that special someone. You may be going on dates with more than one person who is going to be to show kind of great potential. You may have some sort of an issue settling on just one. If that's the case, for some of you that may be an issue. You may be kind of frustrated with it actually. just get this other one here. Okay, so some of you are going to receive some news, or actually see someone or see something. If you are traveling, it's even more likely. So if you are going on some sort of a vacation or trip or something, or if someone is visiting you, you may be seeing something which is going to ruin your entire plan, your whole plans. I'm getting a vibe of someone may be becoming suspicious about their partner. There may be some cheating activity going on, or you may suspect that cheating activity is going on while it may not actually be going on. But either way, you are going to feel disappointed. You are going to sort of lose your positive feelings regarding your situation. You are going to become sort of upset, disappointed. So this choices card right here may mean that for some of you, your partner has more than one choice, or you are going to suspect it. It may or may not prove to be true. Right now, I can't say. Okay. Let's see what else we've got here. Obsessing over cards, right? Stop it, stop it. Easier said than done, right? Yeah, I'm seeing arguments for some of you, for sure. Arguments regarding your future together, your relationship, things coming out. It may, oh God. Okay, so for some of you, you might find out that your better half, or your lover, more like, he kind of may be involved with someone in a committed relationship. Some of you may find out, or may come to suspect, that your lover may be married. That sucks, but it has to be said. There's a suspicion something is going to happen, which is going to trigger sort of arguments about it. But whatever it is that you are suspicious about, I'm seeing you sort of clearing the air. I'm seeing you making progress. I'm seeing you actually getting to that committed status of a relationship which you were after. So if you become suspicious for whatever reason, that your lover, for instance, doesn't want to get married because maybe they are married to someone else or something like that, you are going to find out that that's not the case. So things are going to move into the direction of becoming truly committed, as you desire, as you hope for. Some of you may be conflicted about potentials, more than one potential partner for a committed relationship, which is a good kind of a dilemma to be in, if you don't mind my saying so. You are going to make a lucky choice here. I'm saying a good, lucky, abundant, prosperous choice being made towards a commitment with someone. So whatever sort of thing, issue, that doubt which has been kind of plaguing you, I'm seeing things becoming, things resolving pretty much. So stuff is going to become clear for you. Either because you find out that your suspicions were not actually based on truth, or because you decide to settle on someone where perhaps until that point you were having issues settling, or vice versa, your partner may have been experiencing issues on settling. Some of you may be involved with a commitment phobe. So that's why the relationship is kind of dragging on instead of flying sort of forward as you are hoping for. So either you or your partner are a bit of a commitment phobe for some of you, but I'm seeing you overcoming that issue. I'm seeing you working on the relationship. I'm seeing a lot of abundance, a lot of great to fantastic actually possibilities for you in the future. Okay, so for some of you, I'm getting a sense that this is kind of a bittersweet sort of news. I see some inheritances coming in. For those of you where there's an inheritance coming in, I'm sensing that it's coming in and helping you to get a particular goal achieved, something which has been kind of on the back burner for you as a family, but something that you needed in order to complete a project or fulfill a dream or a desire, or pay some taxes, pay off some loans, pay some tuitions, some sort of that kind of a help. I'm sensing that kind of a help coming in. If it's not an inheritance, then it's at least a relative helping you out with money, or goods which are going to be kind of turned into money here. Some of you are going to be getting proposed to, some of you are going to be moving in together, some of you are going to be getting pregnant. Whatever your goal is as a couple, whatever your goal is as a person regarding commitments and love life, I'm seeing things happening for you pretty much. Things going forward, so you are pretty many of you are pretty set on achieving something, and I'm seeing you achieving it, which is a great thing to be seen, right? What could be better than goals being achieved? Interesting. Well, of course, some of you are going to have relatives coming over, your parents or your in-laws coming over, but it's the holidays, so of course it's likely that in-laws or parents are coming over. For some of you though, the help which you are getting perhaps from your parents may involve actually buying a home together, or for you and your spouse actually moving in together, actually paying something for your wedding, so something official, some important thing. I'm seeing support from your families, where perhaps previously they may have been a little less generous with their support, either money-wise or simply emotional support regarding the future of your relationship with that particular partner. So for some of you, your parents may be coming around when it comes to your relationship. Of course, some of you are getting pregnant for sure. Ooh. Some of you may be losing pregnancies, so if you've been trying to get pregnant, if you manage to get pregnant, please don't miss your checkups. Please get your checkups going. Please get your if you've been kind of prescribed medication or stuff like that, be sure to follow your prescriptions, because for some of you, oh, I just got the chills. um, there's great danger of losing a baby. There's also great danger of losing some of the progress here, either losing some of the money you are supposed to get, losing a lease on a house, losing something, losing a car, losing, there's some loss going on here for you, so please be careful about that. We have here a message of focusing on generosity, focusing on happiness in love as a result of offering rather than asking or giving instructions on how to be gifted. Love is what I'm hearing. So there's a lesson here about being focused not on what you are getting from the relationship, but rather focusing on what you are giving your partner in the relationship. Some of you may actually be experiencing arguments and issues regarding to how much emotional commitment you have to the relationship, even if you are committed to the relationship as an institution, as a status. You know, if you are committed to the idea of being married, for instance, but your spouse may be saying, you are not offering me enough love, you're not offering me enough emotional connection, enough emotional intimacy, right? So let's get some more clarifiers here for you. Okay. Okay, so for some of you, that sucks, but it is what it is. For some of you, what you are going to be losing is the relationship. I'm seeing some of you kind of outgrowing a relationship or a connection, a committed relationship, perhaps even a marriage. Some of you are outgrowing that connection, that partner, that part of your life. You are moving on to bigger and better. You've learned things. Some of you may be starved for affection, and you may be coming to the conclusion that you need to move forward. For those of you to which this is happening, I'm seeing your family offering you support, even if initially they may not seem to be supportive of your decision to end that relationship or marriage. For some of you, that's the case. There's an interesting theme here of I keep hearing that I keep hearing that thirst for affection, thirst, love hungry, love thirsty, right? So for some of you, you may be actually starved for affection, and it may lead to putting an end to the relationship because you are frustrated, you are alone, you are not feeling happy, right? I'm seeing divine guidance for you when it comes to making a decision and moving forward. I'm seeing you asking for divine guidance, so some of you may have been already praying or asking your higher power, whichever faith or spirituality form it is, asking them for help. I am seeing you receiving it. I am seeing you, some of you have been praying or asking your higher power for help in conceiving or making a baby or giving birth to your baby. You are for sure getting good news about it. Either you are pregnant, either you are giving birth and everything is going fine, or your pregnancy has been going through some issues, or you may have been going through an abortion fright at some point, but you are receiving good news. I'm seeing that for many of you. For some of you, for sure, there are going to be relatives moving on from this world. I'm sad to say so. That inheritance theme is again coming up. So yeah, just find solace and comfort in that notion that they are going to be assisted by a higher power when they move on. So they are not going to be alone, right? If that's been sort of heavy on your mind. Yeah, some of you are definitely feeling love starved in your relationship, I'm sad to say. You are going to be moving forward either through a divorce or through kind of discussing that and talking about your fears, your hopes, your frustrations related to your relationship as a whole, or to at least one part of your relationship. It may involve intimacy for some of you. Those demands are going to be met for some. For others, though, they are going to mean the end of your relationship. But if that happens, you are going to meet someone else. You are going to meet someone who is going to offer you what you are seeking, what you need, what you've been kind of denied. I'm hearing. You need to be strong at this time. So if you are feeling love starved, be strong about discussing it. Be strong about moving on. Be strong about actually following through, because I'm hearing for some of you baseless threats, like you've been maybe kind of threatening your partner that you want to get a divorce, but they are kind of counting on you not following through. Some of you, those of you who have been single, maybe if you've been kind of in love with someone who you couldn't be involved with, I'm seeing you meeting someone new, someone great, and you are going to be rewarded for all of your kind of patience and some of your dreams and hopes are going to be yeah, some of you are clearly starved for affection, and I'm sensing that some of you are starved for intimate connection as well. I am seeing a connection happening here for some of you, but not for all of you. Some of you are actually daydreaming or fantasizing about an ex whose way of interacting in relationship kind of offered you what it is that you are now feeling you are lacking. Some of you may actually come to the conclusion that you are still in love with your ex even if they've moved on. You are going to be tested at this time. You are going to sort of have to endure the lack of them more than at some other point. For some reason, there's a lesson here to be learned for you. Perhaps you've kind of wasted your chance or your opportunity with that person. That's gonna become clearer than ever. It may become also more frustrating than ever for some of you. At the same time, I am seeing that some of you are kind of being a bit of a drama queen. Those of you who I got the feeling of kind of aiming for perfection in the relationship, that's who this message in particular is for. So pretty much the main idea here is that you need to focus on what it is that you should be giving in your relationship rather than focusing just on what it is that you want to be getting from the relationship, which is not to say that you should settle for less or kind of resign yourself to a life of frustration or unhappiness. That's not the point. But some of you are aiming for an ideal, so you should be reassessing what it is that is present in your relationship and sort of focus on realistic goals instead of an idea of perfection. Some of you are going to regain confidence and find the strength to move on from the relationship. You are going to regain your confidence and find the strength to actually make a real connection. For some of you, though, the fact that you are becoming, I don't want to say more demanding, but the fact that you're going to be projecting a clearer view of what it is that you want, and you are going to pretty much help your partner see what it is that you want, see what it is that you are aiming for. As a result, they are going to kind of awaken a bit to what it is that they could be losing if they lose you. So they may join you on your path to whatever goal it is that you have here. And that's of course good news. But you should be careful not to come across as high maintenance. You may be hearing from an ex as well, or someone you have a crush on. You may be kind of surprised about it. So hurrah. Yeah, you are going to be receiving, many of you are going to be receiving good news. If you are leaving behind a partnership or a relationship, you are going to be meeting someone who's gonna be pretty promising, someone who's gonna make you feel kind of satisfied, kind of fulfilled, kind of happy, kind of at peace. Though for some of you, you are clearly embarking on a journey to reach either an ideal, either that notion of a perfect person, of a perfect partner that we were talking about earlier, or actually trying to reach an ex which you've lost and you are so still thinking about. I'm getting a strong vibe here for some of you of really longing for an ex which has actually moved on since. You should be, again, that sense of strength. Speak your truth. Have strength, faith, conviction in your voice. It has never been more needed. So for some of you, this is a great time to flourish. This is a great time to achieve goals. This is a great time to pretty much find your happiness. But you need to be outspoken, you need to be confident, you need to be strong enough to speak your truth, pretty much, in order to reach that point. There's a strong theme here of a change, of personal development, of starting on a new path, of blossoming, of blooming, of seeking balance. You may be seeking emotional balance, you may be seeking personal balance, and you are protected. Great. Beautiful news. You are protected along your journey. So some of you are clearly going to embark on a journey of self-discovery, on a journey of self-love, on a journey of self-development. You are going to be very protected as you do so. Let's get some more clarifiers here. I'm seeing again that theme of asking for divine guidance regarding something which is weighing heavy on you. Some of you are kind of longing for someone. Again, that message is coming strongly. You are so longing for someone. It's kind of making me almost cry. You are hoping to get back together, but the message here is to not rush it. So be clear about what it is that you hope, that you desire, that you wish for yourself, for your love life, for your future. Make sense of yourself, make sense of your situation, make sense of your hopes, of your desires. Focus on what it is that you want to be getting, focus on what it is that you hope to achieve, because I'm seeing divine intervention. See? Listen and take note. You are going to have a moment of divine intervention here, which is going to guide you. Yet again, a strong message about being honest with yourself, being true to yourself, being true to your desires, to your hopes, to your dreams, listening to your heart and actually acting on what it is that your heart is telling you to do. Whew. You are going to be pushed to take action. You are going to be pushed to act on a potential once you realize what it is that you want in a relationship, what it is that you want in your life as a committed partner. You are going to end some cycles, personal cycles or cycles in your couple for sure, and you are going to act on what it is that you are discovering, on the changes which are coming to you, on the changes which are kind of flourishing inside of you as a result of self-discovery. And then I'm seeing for some of you kind of reaching a point of going no further. Either you are getting stuck or you are getting exhausted. I am clearly getting a sense of someone moving on though. Physically, I mean, I'm getting a sense of someone kind of dying, okay? So I'm just gonna... It may be a relative of yours. I hope it's not going to be a spouse or a lover. because it keeps coming up and I'm getting a headache. So oh god, I hope that's not the case. But some of you are going to be acting towards making your dreams come true, about becoming one with the partner that you feel you are meant to be with, getting back together with your ex that you are still in love with, that kind of a vibe. I'm seeing you making great progress. You are going to be scared. You are going to be um, kind of maybe frowned upon as you act on your desires, on your hopes, on your dreams. Some people may try to discourage you. You may be feeling isolated again. I'm getting that strong vibe. People around you may be kind of uh, pulling back their support and kind of making you feel like you're on your own, that they don't support you making those changes, making those moves. But you are guided by an inner light, and you are guided by a divine union, is what I'm feeling and what I'm sensing here. So there's a higher calling here for a divine union, which is kind of guiding you. And once you start moving towards it, you're going to be so feeling so much more fulfilled and well balanced, and there's going to be a lot of vibrational harmony going on. You're going to go through upgrades as well as you are moving towards that divine counterpart. I'm seeing learning lessons from past lives. I'm seeing overcoming and ending karmic cycles. I'm seeing a great sense of your energy going much higher, your vibe going much higher, and learning lessons, ending cycles, ascending, getting upgrades, a lot of energy related upgrades when it comes to your relationship, to your love life in general. So some of you are going to go into divine union. I'm getting that strong sense here. Interesting. Some of you may be receiving messages about your situation or answers from your guides and your angels through music. You should be focusing more on grounding yourself and your energy at the same time, because you are going to go through a lot of changes in the near future. Many of you are going to go through a lot of changes, at least on an energy level, if not something more than that, right? So you need to focus on grounding yourself. You need to focus on being prepared for everything that is going to get done, pretty much. How beautiful. So clearly some of you are getting married. Clearly some of you are conceiving, are giving birth. Interesting. You are divinely guided towards your pretty much 10 of cups. I'm seeing some of you are guided by a passed on loved one, a male figure or a male energy, at least, if not a gender specific, a male. I am seeing somehow that this person's passing is going to help you reconnect to some relatives, to some, or strengthen your bonds with your better half. I'm seeing that passed on loved one helping you to give birth, to get pregnant, to not lose the pregnancy, to save the situation, pretty much protecting your family as a whole and guiding you towards your destined counterpart, your divine counterpart. Some of you are going to let go of everything that is holding you back regarding your stability, your foundations, your marriage. You are going to find that release by ending karmic cycles as well, and you are going to move on. Upgrades, of course, energy upgrades. For some of you, you are light workers. Divine intervention in your situation, whichever it is. Again, relatives, family. I'm seeing family as a very important topic for you. Some of you may be receiving messages through songs from your passed on loved ones. You are going to be more empathic than usual. You are going to be more sensitive, more in tune with spirit life, since loved ones are going to be reaching out to you. It makes sense, right? So there's a strong message here of kind of finding your path and actually having the strength to follow it. Because for some of you, you've been receiving messages from your passed on loved ones, your spirit guides as well, about maybe following a certain path or moving into a certain direction, and you've been kind of dragging your feet about it. Get some more clarifiers here for you. See, get grounded yet again. This is the second time you are getting that message. Empath, emotional sensibility. You are very, very sensitive. You are very, very vulnerable during this time. So focus on grounding. Family yet again. I'm seeing getting a lot of emotional support. So either you are going to need to get a lot of emotional support, or you will need to focus on opening up more, allowing your loved ones to actually offer you support, or seeking it if they are not offering it to you. I am seeing you kind of getting together with someone who is very much on your vibe, and finding people pretty much from your soul tribe. Yeah. Some of you are going to overcome past life issues regarding being a spiritual figure, an important spiritual figure, maybe a shaman or a priest or a witch, or some sort of a spiritual figure. You were a leader pretty much, and you were isolated. So there's a lesson here which you are going to be learning about connections and scarcity. Interesting. See, lessons and blessings. So you are going to be releasing karma, which kind of has been pushing you to be more on the isolated side, more of a recluse, more of a hermit pretty much. You are going to be overcoming that with the help of your loved ones, with the help of your family. I think this is pretty much my first time doing a reading regarding love and family being such a central theme of the reading. There's a strong sense of family being very, very important for you, Aries, in December 2019. And you should allow them to be by your side. You should allow them to help you. You should allow them to offer you support, because I'm seeing you needing that support, to be very honest. So that was pretty intense, right? Most likely why I got the message to use angel and lightworker theme decks. because you're going to be going through a lot. You're going to receive a lot of support. Just reach out for it, right? Be aware of the fact that it is within reach. You simply have to reach out for that support, and it is going to be yours. So brace yourself, Aries, because December 2019 is going to be a strongly significant month for you emotionally. You are going to make leaps and bounds pretty much. You are going to burn through significant chunks of karmic energy. You are going to learn significant lessons, come out of your isolation, come out of your expectations, and focus on what truly is there, on the love, on the support, on the higher energy, gratitude of appreciating first and foremost yourself, and then your partner, your family, your parents, your crossed over loved ones as well, because they are still with you. I'm getting a very strong sense of that, and I think that you are going to be getting a very strong sense of that. They are going to be by your side. They're going to be helping you along, because this is a very significant moment in your life, and you are going to need that kind of help, and you're going to receive it. So I am sending you much love and light, Aries, and we'll be seeing you soon. Bye.